One thing from the Tales series that is so damn consistent is the characters. Whether the gameplay is like kinda ass in one of the entries or the story or whatever it may be, the cast is usually fire. But I have 10 characters that I just think are amazing so far. And to reiterate, through my Tales journey, I've played Tales of Arise, Tales of Berseria, Tales of Exilia, Tales of Grace's F, Tales of the Abyss, and Tales of Symphonia. Holy shit, there's a lot of Tales games. But you guys could put any of the characters down below in the comments from any of the games for your favorites. Please give me your top 10. I want to hear it, guys. So by all means, let's get straight into the lists. And remember, these are all my opinions. But my opinions are usually pretty good. The number 10 spot goes to my boy Asbel from Tales of Grace's F. Asbel is awesome. I love the journey from showing him as a kid in the beginning until how he is at the end of the game. He really does grow up and learn to be a man. He makes some stupid decisions and talks to Shiria a little weirdly sometimes, but he really does get through all of it, and I noticed the whole growth throughout the game. His design is awesome. I love his voice acting. I pretty much loved everything about Asbel. Number 9 goes to my boy Hubert. I loved what happened to Hubert throughout Tales of Grace's F. Hubert went from really socially awkward, he basically had social anxiety, had a lot of fear, it drove all of his emotions, and he became such a beast around 10 years later, and I absolutely enjoyed seeing his arc and just the way he pretty much became a man throughout Tales of Grace's. And also the way he went through his relationship with Asbel as his brother. That was very enjoyable watching how Hubert handled that. Number 8 goes to Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. Now, I love Lloyd because his drive is insane and he always wants to do what his gut is telling him. Now, it's sometimes stupid and he gets himself into trouble, but his drive for what he wants to do and what he thinks is right is super cool to me, and I enjoyed his journey throughout Symphonia, and I thought him as a protagonist was really good. So, Lloyd definitely gets a spot on this list. Number 7 spot goes to Sophie from Tales of Grace's F. Now, Sophie is that mixture of hilarious and adorable. She'll kick ass like a superhero when she needs it and put someone in their place, and then she'll go do something really funny because she's not like the best at social situations, but causes a lot of awkward and funny moments to happen. So Sophie was just an absolute joy to watch, and I think her design throughout the game and post-game is just absolutely fantastic. Number 6 spot goes to Eizen from Tales of Berseria. Eizen cracks me up because no matter what he's talking about, this dude has to explain in depth everything he's talking about. So no matter what it is, if it's a fishing pole, if it's an alcoholic beverage, if it's a girl, I love Eizen. Also, his design and him being a pirate captain was just cool. I love everything about this dude. He pretty much carried Berseria for me. Also, him having a boss fight in Arise was just really cool for me. The number 5 spot goes to one of the most underrated characters in the Tales series to me, at least from the games that I've played. That's Leia from Tales of Exilia. Leia has a crazy drive. She falls down or fails over and over and will get back up and try. Pretty much to help all of her friends and her loved ones, and just to better herself so she could basically do something in a society or for her group. She's really awesome in that way, and I also have a soft spot for characters that are just really caring. She's like, you want to wife up Leia type deal. She's super awesome. Throw in her design and her playstyle and gameplay, and she was the highlight of Exilia for me. Super underrated. The number 4 spot goes to Tyr Grants from Tales of the Abyss. Tyr is really important to me for many reasons. I'm going to list some of them. When she sings throughout each of the battles and throughout the game, I think that is really unique and brought a really cool flair to all the cutscenes and battles, and it was just beautiful hearing all of that. Her design is really cool, and her personality is really fun to watch. I could watch her banter with Luke all day long, as well as you could see almost like a foreshadow at her personality, where she's really strict to Luke, but you could tell she has a feeling for him and wants to help him grow and all that. So Tyr is awesome and definitely gets a good spot on my list. The number 3 spot goes to Luke from Tales of the Abyss. I really enjoyed Luke's journey. Luke's journey was an interesting one. He's a spoiled brat at first, but not in the worst way. He doesn't know any social cues, and he's just really spoiled in that way. It doesn't know his past, so I expected him to act the way he did. So once he had his character arc, I didn't think it would be that good, basically. I really loved the way he turned out, and his design went with it. I'm not going to go into spoiler reasons, but he changes a bit once he goes through a change, and to see his physical appearance change with his personality was really cool to see. And then obviously everything with Tyr around the end of the game, once again, no spoilers. He was a very important protagonist to me. He was just actually real compared to some other JRPG protagonists. He felt very real, and I really adored that about Luke. And he also struggled with a lot of crazy shit that most people wouldn't have to struggle with, and took it pretty well. So I think people are hard on Luke. He's a good boy. Alright, these last two spots might be basic to some of you, but who gives a shit? This is my list. Alphen is number 2 from Tales of Arise. Alphen was so amazing to me. He might come off as a little basic at times, just in the way of, oh, I'm going to be positive and we're going to move forward and my friends are powerful, just like all other JRPG pro tags. But no, he was so much more than that. He had crazy courage I haven't seen in a while from a protagonist, and the way he cared for his family and friends was different. Like, that was a real love, and I could almost feel that while playing the game. And he was also just badass. His design is probably my favorite in all of Tales, next to my number 1 spot. So yeah, Alphen had a lot going for me when I was playing the game. So Alphen, I hope to see you again in a random sequel or something. I know the Tales team isn't gonna do that, but man, I wish I could get another game with Alphen. The number 1 spot goes to Xion from Tales of Arise. Xion is just awesome. I think she still has my favorite spot for favorite female character ever in a game. She basically just has her design, her story, and her personality all intertwined so perfectly to my brain. It's almost like I can't explain it to you guys. I just enjoyed everything about her. Her gameplay was absolutely insane. Probably my favorite ranged shooter gameplay in all of JRPGs. Her arc was very interesting because I was imagining growing up and not being able to touch anyone, not being able to hug your loved ones, and eventually having no family. That's pretty crazy. So it was so interesting watching her through the game. And I mean, Xion, you are awesome. You get the 1 spot. I don't think anyone else is taking that number 1 spot. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really just wanted to get this out there for fun. I wanted to make a really interesting video with all the characters and stuff, but I got a lot more damn games in this series, so there'll probably be an updated list. So I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure to leave me your favorite 10 in the comments, or 5, or any characters you guys want. All right, guys, have a great day. I will see you next time. Peace.